We are starting January off with some 90s style Jason Statham action movie cheese, and I'm here for it. What's up, guys? My name's Crispy. A few days ago, I saw The Beekeeper, and The Beekeeper is a Jason Statham movie. That should tell you everything you need to know. Okay, for real now. Jason Statham is a retired operative of a government program so secret that not even the CIA knows about it, called the Beekeepers. Basically, they operate outside of the system. They do whatever they want to maintain order, or as Jason Statham loves to put it ad infinitum in the movie, gotta protect the hive. So he is a retired beekeeper who is now working as a literal beekeeper. That's like if John Wick retired and got a startup together called Baba Yaga Productions or something like that. How no one caught this guy is amazing. And he is paying rent to a retired educator who basically the one person in his life who has ever taken care of him for a change. He makes her honey, he helps her out with some stuff, and one day she falls prey to a massive phishing scam brought on her by this cartoonish Gordon Gecko wannabe. And she just kills herself. She doesn't call the authorities, tell them she got robbed. She just kills herself. And Jason Statham does not like that. So he comes out of retirement to hunt the fishers down. And if there is any moral to the story, it is that if you with old people, you are going to die painfully. Yeah, I'm down for that. Let's go. You can tell when Jason Statham is having fun with a role and when he's not. He produced this movie, he stars in this movie, and it shows that he is going all out with what he wants this character and this movie to be, because Alan Clay, that's the name of the guy, he is a f***ing ham. And the whole movie is one giant ham production. It's insane. I think what happened, no joke, this movie was written in the 90s and then they sealed the script in a vault. They waited for the 20s and they just opened the fucking vault and were like,
time to release the Statham, baby.
It is a gift from God to cinema, and it's also this borderline satanic abomination. It is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and I want to see it at least 300 more times before I die. This film is why I watch 90s films, bad films, and action films, and Jason Statham films, all rolled into one Mona Lisa. Jason Statham brings everything to the plate that you love about his characters and his movies. And the character's sympathetic. He cares about the people in his life. If you've got kids, he'll spare you. And he really is out there to help and make sure the nefarious elements of the world aren't giving innocent people the suck. That's enough to make you care about him. But then he gets into the fights, and I swear, my God, I'm saying this part unironically right here. The fight scenes are divine. I'm pretty sure the guy only pulls a gun in the third act of the movie. Most of the fights are just him going fisticuffs on people, and it's really kind of glorious, like how he finds anything and everything to use as a weapon or just interrogate some schmuck, but he's just one part of what makes it work. I don't think this movie would have worked as well without the cast, and this movie does have a really good cast. Josh Hutcherson's in this movie, and I am so glad this guy has been getting more roles because he was one of the redeeming factors of the FNAF movie. He's great in this film. He's over the top enough to be entertaining, but he's also grounded enough to work on a real and, I don't know, feelable level. He's kind of like Terry Silver from the Karate Kid franchise in that way. He's basically this twisted trust fund baby at the head of the phishing scams. He runs all the centers, and just the sheer lack of empathy with which he runs them are enough for you to want to see him go down, but he's also entertaining enough that he's the kind of villain that you love to hate instead of just hate. He's in this movie. Jeremy Irons is in the movie as well. The film definitely takes a lot of inspiration from John Wick, and it shows with Statham and it shows with these two guys too. You've got the young yuppie douchebag who finally takes it too far and kicks the hornet's nest, and you've got the older, more seasoned bad guy who has been around longer, who knows the ins and outs of this game, and he knows exactly what kind of force of nature this punk just pissed off. And oh my God, bro, the script. This movie has some of the best lines I have ever heard in anything. To anybody who also saw this film and knows what I'm talking about, If this movie doesn't get memed, we riot. You've got lines like, stealing from an old person's like stealing from a child. Only it's maybe worse. And for most of the movie, they give you everything you want. Some parts of this movie, unfortunately, are just kind of bad. They introduce this villain midway through the movie who's supposed to be the new Beekeeper. She's this fucking crazy sadist who they're reluctant to even bring into the field. And she's got this crazy design. She's got a mohawk, like this like all pink leather getup, and she dies in a total of one fight. That's all we get of her. And I feel like the third act of the film is where they started taking themselves a little too seriously. They still have the bee puns and the bee monologues, and believe me, there are a lot of those in these movies. So if you're hoping for them, you're gonna get that plus interest, baby. But in the third act, they kind of lose that balance. They kind of go a little too hard on the serious, and I feel like a lot of the actors start taking the movie more seriously than it should be taken, especially at that point where the escalation has just gone insane. But if those are the only two things I can really complain about, I think this movie is it's something, man. I feel like a lot of people will come to this movie for something. They'll come for Statham. They'll come for some 90s nostalgia. They'll come for action. And they'll come for bees and bee puns and bee monologues like any person of culture would. Everybody who comes to this movie is going to get some of what they want, and they're going to get it like really stacked on. You're going to get more than what you're coming to this movie for, I think, no matter what you're looking for. And that's a beautiful thing. I really want you guys to check this movie out. Most Januaries are slogfest, and we got this high octane thrill ride. And I don't know if I'd say you should rush out to the theaters and see it, but it's definitely something to put on at some point. If you're looking for a 90s movie marathon, a Statham movie marathon, or even just one movie that fits either of those categories, I feel like this one is a good time for you. See it at any point you like, but see it, man. I don't even know what the to give this movie, so I'm just gonna give it a grade like a beautiful thing. It's the best thing that can be described as, honestly. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like, share, subscribe. Come join the Crispy Kingdom. We are all royals here. I also have a Twitch and a short channel and a gaming channel. You can find links down below to pretty much all of the projects I'm part of, including Power Rangers Unworthy, The Psycho Menace, and plenty of accompanying short films. Thank you guys once again for checking in. Let me know down below, like, what's your favorite 90s movie? What's your favorite action movie? What's your favorite Statham movie? I would love to know. Like, let's make this conversation go. This has been Crispy, and that's it. The crisp is spoken. Take care.